Hi, Cancer. I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for November 2018. This month, I've laid out the 5-card Rainbow Tarot spread for you using the Aquarian Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This recording is for Cancer Sun, Cancer Ascendant, and Cancer Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign to gain more insight and information, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. All that being said, Cancer, now on to your November 2018 Psychic Tarot reading. And the first card you have here, Cancer, is the Two of Swords. And this is a card that would be symbolic of a stop, a block, a stalemate. You could be protecting yourself from something and not wanting to look at something, not want to face something. It could also be that there's unknown information you don't have. You're kind of at cross purposes with yourself. It's like you want to do one thing, you want to say one thing, but you also want to do another in November. And I feel like you're also guarding and protecting yourself because you've had experience of believing wholeheartedly in someone and them greatly disappointing you. And this could be in love, but it could also be, family members can do that, friends can do it. It doesn't just have to be your, significant other or your spouse. That could be other people. Some of you have had your feelings really hurt and wounded by something. And it doesn't mean it recently happened. It could have, but this could have been in the past. But for some reason, it's gyrating or coming up for you in this month of November 2018. Some of you are getting put in a position of power, and you're scared or worried about it, and you're not sure you really want it. Now, that's not going to apply to all of you Cancers, and you have to listen to all these messages because it's a general reading, and so you have to figure out how this makes sense for you. And there is something you want to stop what you're doing. And I feel like you don't want to look at it anymore either. There's something like maybe you're worrying about something too much, or worrying about someone. Or heartsick or heartache over someone. Again, it doesn't have to be love. It can be, but it could be somebody else that you care about. And I feel like there's something about it you don't want to face, you don't want to look at, or you don't want to deal with it anymore. You've got the Ace of Cups here. This is a new love relationship, or God giving you the Holy Grail of love. So you could be getting universal love. People could be loving you, your job, people at your job, people out in the world, your friends, your family, but this could also be a new love relationship. It could be or it can even be a new beginning in love. If you're already in a love relationship, there could be a new beginning there. If you're single, I feel you're starting to feel better about yourself, and you're kind of ready to go out and socialize more or mingle. If you're single, you're getting ready to mingle. That's very possible. If you're single, be prepared, because you very likely may find the love of your life this month. Because there's game changer energy going on here out there in the cosmos and the planets. There is. And if you watch the astrologers out there, you're going to know all about it. Now, I'm not a professional astrologer. I do follow it. But this is a big month for you. And this could apply to Cancer rising sign and moon sign people as well. Not just Cancer Sun. And if it's not you, you could be finding out that new love is blossoming for somebody you're very close to. So if you have a son or a daughter or a grandson or a granddaughter, could be your siblings, or it could be if your parents were married and then they got divorced and now they're seeing other people. You could hear about somebody really close to you having love blossoming, if it's not for you, if it's not happening in your life. Wow, some of you really need to go to any gatherings you get invited to. Because this has come up for quite a few of the signs this month. And it may be because, like, for the U.S. Viewers, you have Thanksgiving this month. So, and a lot of, like in my area, a lot of high school reunions and class reunions happen around this time too. So and in other countries, I don't know if any special significant holidays or things are going on in November, but doesn't matter where you live, if you get invited to a party, a dinner, a gathering, a reunion, or whatever, you should go, because I do pick up that some of you are going to be meeting somebody very important to you this month, and it's love for sure. Some of you are actually going to be spotlighted and featured in some way. Could be on a local news show, could be on something on the internet, could be on a commercial, or somebody is posting something about you in a positive way and you're getting featured in some way. Because this is a positive card, it's not a negative card. Those of you have been waiting for some kind of dream come true job or gig or romantic situation, but especially the job or like the sideline gig or hobby or something coming up, you're going to get it. It's like coming to you. You're going to get, like if you applied for this job and you're thinking, I'm never going to get it, you're going to get it. Or if you were hoping that you were going to get discovered in some way for some great achievement or talent or something you know how to do, or, whatever, it's going to happen. This is coming up for you. So it's not just love. For some of you, it is strongly love, because that's what came up first. Or you could be one of the lucky Cancers that it's all going to be combined together. And I'm going to tell you, for those of you that this is a new love partner, there's a lot of surprises and unexpected things connected to them. You're just going to be surprised. When you meet this person, there's going to be things like they may be famous. They may be connected to someone famous. They may have done some amazing achievement. They may own some wacky, crazy kind of business that's like, wow, that's a wacky thing to own. And it could be really successful. You have to see how it plays out for you, but those of you that are meeting somebody, there's surprises attached to them. So the next card you have here very likely could be you, Cancer. It's the Queen of Cups. And this is a water sign female. Usually this is a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could also, I'm trying not to get that glare. It could also be a male. It doesn't just have to be a female here. You're getting really intrigued by things in November, and your life is definitely taking a turn for the better here. You do want there to be love in your life. Some of you single Cancers are so wanting that to happen and so hopeful. And there's something you really feel like you need to show up for and be present for. So if it's a job interview to get this great job, or this audition to get this great opportunity, or something you have to do or present because there's some good things attached to it, you got to go for it, because it's coming up like you have to present, you have to step up to some kind of plate here. You have to present yourself. So bring your game face on, Cancer. Bring your game face on. Be ready to play ball. Step up to the challenge, as it were. Some of you may be speaking in front of people. They could hear what you're saying, because I get people listening to you. You could be on the radio. You could be giving a speech, or, be on TV in some way, or make a YouTube video. I don't know. But some of you have people, but it's almost more like listening than looking at you. It feels more like that, but it could go either way here. You're branching out. You're finding out a lot about yourself in November, and you're going on some kind of, kind of self-discovery. A new path to self-discovery of new aspects about yourself that you didn't really, you may have known that they were there and they could have been percolating under the surface, but in November, it's like coming out to bloom in you, or you're acknowledging it or recognizing something about yourself that you kind of like knew was there, but you didn't really like focus on completely. You may get interviewed even. Because I also get, not only are you going to have some kind of focus on you or spotlight on you, you could have somebody asking you questions. And this could be in a sense like an interviewer. It could be if you're giving a teaching, a speech, a gathering, a seminar, some kind of presentation. It could be audience people asking you questions. You could be doing something live on YouTube or Facebook and you're answering people as the feed is going by. I mean, it could be something like that even. You've got like singled out, dream come true, like wishful thinking, dream come true, standing out, getting recognized, spotlight in some way, standing up, talking, speaking somehow, people listening to you. This is all what's coming up with this Queen of Cups. So you have some interesting things coming in. If you don't see it now, Cancer, this could happen a year from now. Go back a year and listen to what was going on now. That happens a lot in psychic readings. Or this could be happening in a couple of months coming up, or maybe it happened to you last month. I don't know, because it's a general reading. Next card you have, now this is a downer card, but I don't get it because you got good things coming up here, really. Those two cards were good. You've got this Nine of Swords card. Now, this can mean many things. It could be sleepless nights, headaches, migraine headaches, bad dreams, worriment, not feeling well, worried about somebody else not feeling well. It could be grieving the loss of a breakup of a love relationship. It could be grieving the loss of something else that happens. You are worried about somebody. For most of you Cancers, it's somebody that's on your mind that you have, you're worried about what they're doing. You think what they're doing is weird, or it's not good, or it's not safe, or it's not healthy, or they're taking some kind of risks, or they're doing something that's worrying you and jangling your nerves. I go back here to this card. So you need to listen again to Two of Swords, because your Two of Swords and your Nine of Swords are linked. They just weren't together next to each other in the reading. You had two good things that came up in the middle. And this is something that's going to take a lot of your mental energy. You're going to be thinking about this a lot. This, whatever's going on here, you're going to be given a lot of thought and worriment. And you're going to feel like you want to get involved in some way. Like, because I hear you Cancers thinking, what can I do to help them? So you are going to want to assist in some way. Even though in this card, I feel like it was something you didn't want to look at and you didn't want to face and deal with. But here you're worrying about it and you are doing it. You are going to be thinking about it. You're not going to be able to not think about it like you want to in this card. You're going to be thinking about it. And you're going to want to help in some way. It could be with words, healing, could be money, could be, in some other way. Get things for them. I don't know. Take care of them. I don't know. There's jeopardy here. See, you got a good reading and then they have to say this. I don't like this part, but there's jeopardy here that something could not go well for somebody connected to do with you. I hate to say that. I do. But if you have somebody undergoing any kind of surgery, it's not a good time for them to get surgery. If you can warn them, I would. Because Mercury is going to go retrograde the same day that Venus goes direct. And we're still in the shadow of Venus retrograde for a month following the 16th of November. And then it goes, Mercury's in retrograde, and there's 2 weeks shadow before, 2 weeks shadow after. I really would not, if you have a loved one that has to have surgery where they could wait and put it off until January, I would. Because I don't feel something's going to go right. Doesn't mean they're going to die. It just means maybe there's going to be complications and they're going to have to go in and do something again. I don't know, but I just I don't want to bum you out. I really don't, Cancer. I don't. I'm honest with what I get. I'm not going to sugarcoat readings just to make people click like on it or click not like. I'm not doing that. Sorry. You've got the Four of Swords next, and the Four of Swords is, that makes sense, a pause, a meditative state, a recuperation from an illness, prayer. Your cards really do make sense a lot this month in some ways, but you had good plopped right in here into some weird. So look at these three that you had together. I mean, come on. You had 3 swords here. What do you want me to do? I'm not going to tell you this is good. I mean, yes, swords can say good things. They can, but yours are bringing up some tricky stuff. I do feel that for some of you, there is somebody that's going to need care, or they've gone through something where they need to recuperate and rest after it, or they're not feeling well and you need to care for them. It does come up as all of that. Don't feel guilty like you had anything to do with it, because you didn't. Maybe you feel like, oh, I should have helped them, or I should have stopped it, or I should have. If you feel guilty about anything going on here, you're wasting your energy, because this was going to go on. Whatever's going down, you didn't have the only thing you could do, the only way you could stop it is if you know somebody that's going to get surgery and you warn them beforehand. But if you're hearing this after the fact, or you tell them and they won't change their mind, then there's nothing you could do, okay? There's a lot of anxiety here. There's anxiety, there's feeling bad, there's guilt. And you may feel like, Cancer, you may feel like you need to step away from something where you, I don't mean if they're sick or ill or you want to help them. I don't mean that. I mean this, what I'm going to say right here. In getting in the mix of things that are unhealthy for you. So make sure, another thing you need to stay away from, this is what you need to stay away from. You need to warn the person if they're going to have surgery to postpone it. But the other thing you need to avoid is getting involved with people that drag you in the mix of upsetting situations. It could be family situations. It could be, you know, friendships that are having contention, or get involved in somebody else's romantic life and you're somehow getting in the mix of it. You need to stay away from all of that kind of stuff, because it's unhealthy for you. And I feel like either I don't know whether you willingly wanted to get involved in it in the past, or whether you got dragged into it. For some of you, it could be one way, some of you could be the other. But you need to try to avoid that, seriously, because it's not doing you any good. You know, you do need to take care of yourself. You do need to be very conscious. You need to be very conscious this month about your own health and well-being. If you are overtired and you need rest, you really need to take it, because you know what? This is also coming up as your worryment and stuff going on about somebody else. You got to take care of yourself. You might be like stressing out too much anxiety. So if you need to rest. Don't push yourself too hard, Cancer. You do have good things coming up here, smack in the middle of this, but you're also flanked by some of this. Somebody might not be doing well health-wise in your life, and it could have to do with a surgery that doesn't go right, or they just might need care. So that's coming up in your reading, as well as this love and other good and opportunity that's coming up for you. So it's kind of weird. Your Mermaid, Magical Mermaids and Dolphin Oracle card, which I haven't pulled cards like this for quite a while, and I started on YouTube like over 4 years ago. And in the beginning, I always would pull an angel card or some type of oracle card at the end. For quite a while I did that, and I haven't done it in a long time. But I came across this box of cards and I was like, you know what? I should pull one of these for the signs this month, because it jumped out at me, and it is mermaids after all. It's Magical Mermaids and Dolphins Oracle cards. And you got Soulmate. Soulmate, new romance with a spiritual basis is here for you now. So see, your oracle card was agreeing with some of your reading here. So let me hear that for you. Some of you are embarking on a new romantic path with someone. Your feelings are mutual, and you kind of are going around in circles with each other, just like I do hear it as well as see it in the cards. See how the spiral almost looks like a DNA spiral is going on around the dolphin? You must cleanse yourself of all your past wounds, hurts, and pains that you carry around on yourself like a backpack, because you need to come into this relationship pure and clean. So in other words, meaning You don't want to carry the baggage of what other people did to you in your past into this love relationship into the future, for those of you that are meeting someone new and that this soulmate energy is going to happen for you. Because soulmates can be challenging, don't forget that. And if you're already with your soulmate, you need to broaden your scope and horizons with that soulmate, meaning you need to get out and about and do more things and enhance and enrich your life with new, maybe even spiritual things. Because it does say there's a spiritual basis here. Even if you're already coupled, there is. So you should be expanding your spiritual connection with each other and in other ways. And let me tell you, regardless of whether you already know them now or whether you're just meeting them, you have known them before. Because my spirit guides are telling me it's not just a spiritual relationship basis in the sense of now. It's spiritual in the basis because you two were connected in the past. So think on that. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. I want to thank you so much for watching, sharing, and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do truly appreciate that. And please remember to subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you're interested in getting a continuation of this reading where I look into my crystal and get you additional messages and predictions from my spirit guides for the month of November 2018, Cancer, you can access those videos by clicking on the link below, and it will take you to those videos on Vimeo. I also have 2 other links below. You might be interested in those videos for download and purchase as well, in case you missed them in other videos when I posted and talked about them. I have one series called Spirit Animal Messages and Gemstone Crystal Readings for each sign of the zodiac, where I pulled 2 cards from the Stephen D. Farmer Oracle cards, which are messages from your animal spirit guides oracle cards. I pulled 2 cards from that deck, and I pulled 1 gemstone crystal for you from my velvet purple bag of gemstone crystals. Whatever gemstone jumped into my hand, I pulled it for your sign. I psychically read the stone. I read you facts and information about the stone, which could be like about the physical properties, the energetic properties of the stone, the zodiac sign and planets connected to the stone, and what it's good to heal and work with the stone, as well as psychically telling you why my guides say it's right for you to carry in your pocket, carry it in your purse, sleep with it under your pillow, meditate on the stone, use it in healing, put it on your chakras in meditation. And it does, these readings are spiritual in nature, but they do give messages and predictions as well as the spiritual messages. So a lot of people have liked those. So if you missed that, you might want to check them out. And I also have available my Venus in retrograde psychic tarot reading for each sign of the zodiac, where I pulled 3 cards from this deck that I used in the readings today, 3 cards from the Aquarian tarot deck for you, where I looked into what you were struggling with during this Venus in retrograde period, what you are clearing out and getting out of the way in this Venus in retrograde period, and how you are moving forward with doing out far into the future from this Venus in retrograde period, which started on October 5th, goes until November 16th, but we're still in the shadow period a month following that. And the predictions go out maybe even possibly to the next Venus in retrograde, which does not happen every year. So I think it's 19 months. I believe I'm right. 16 or 19 months. I forget the exact out in time from now. So I want to wish you a phenomenal November, Cancer. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.